Well, hi there, everybody. Hellcrux here. Just doing an update just to let you know that the Musty Wargamers have a show tomorrow night, Thursday, February 1st, on my channel at 9 p.m. or 9 Central Standard Time or 9 Chicago time. So it's going to be 10 Eastern Time or 10 New York or 8 Denver time or Calgary time. So depend on where you're at. Just trying to delve into a time zone. All right. So we have a couple topics with it, and obviously we're going to have Tim and Dan with us. So Palmer and I will have some topics to discuss. And I did put up the show, I think it was last night. So if you haven't seen it, it's around. Just if you're available, come on, stop in and say hi. And if you're not, well, then watch it later. All right. So what you got here is the last bit of my painting challenge for the Musty Wargamers painting challenge that I've said I was going to work on. It's taken me a month due to weather and health and everything. It took me a while to get this one done. The other part of that was I had some mechs and stuff that I worked on. I got those done too. So a little bit of everything. I did some Battletech with this, but the primary thing I wanted to do was work on my Tomb Kings for my Tomb Kings army. And what you see here is my Chariots. I have 6 Chariots from GW Chariots. They were in about 60% completed, I think, or man, not even that, probably 45. And they were used, but for the games that I was playing, but I just never got around to finish painting them. And this gave me an opportunity to add more to it. So I got them done. All right, so you the 6 Chariots. They're almost done. This guy right here, you can see there's one guy left. I was missing somehow. One of the guys disappeared, and I couldn't find him. He someplace buried. It's supposed to be a guy with obviously a driver with a whip. Because you can see this guy here, he has a whip and everything. So it's supposed to be one guy with a whip, and then it was either a spearman or a swordsman with every unit that I had, and I didn't know what happened to him. So I kept looking and looking, and for some reason I had no idea what happened. Might have been one of those games where you play at the shop or something and it fell under the table when you're putting things away and it just never came home with you. That does happen. Just like when I had my Chaos Dwarves, one complete box of them got stolen. So, yeah, that was always fun. But I digress. But here we go. We got the Chariot. It's the blue with some red and yellow highlights on it. I went to town on these guys. I put probably more work into them than they really needed, but, I haven't glued them onto the thing, so make it easier for storage if need be. A little bit of flexibility for moving and stuff. So, got those. So there's that one. And then this guy here. He has a big, giant, kind of like almost like a man catcher type thing going on. If I remember right, these came in box. Were they in box of 3s? Or was it the starter armor had 3? Yeah, it's like, I can't remember. It's been so long. And then I had one that was making a command vehicle. So obviously, you could have the little banner thing on everybody, but I didn't like the idea of having the banners on everyone. I just wanted one to represent that's the leader type. Sorry about the in the way with my fingers. But yeah, but every one of them has a spear, they have a sword, melee weapon, and a bow. So that comes standard with the Chariot. And with the new rules, they have the Royal, what do you call it, Chariots, Tomb Guard Chariots. I have to delve into that. It's still needing to get all the books. I got the rule book now, the new book. And I do have the Tomb King's Arcane Journal, but I still have to get Ravening Horde and the, what's the other one? With the Armies of Good. So this guy has a sword. This is the musician on board here. So you can't, it's like typically a musician and the leader type would be in one chariot, but I just put them in two different ones because they fit better that way, because the musician is very broad. He takes up a lot of space. And then the last one is the guy with the whip and a spear like man catcher type thing on board. All right. So those are that. So now I do have more Tomb King stuff to work on. I have a Tomb King. These are metal miniatures I still have to work on. It's like, yeah, they got the green bases for when I was using them in games. And then here's this was my BSB. There is an actual BSB model that you can get now. I never did ever see the actual BSB model, Battle Standard Barrier, that they have for the Tomb Kings, but I never ever seen one. Now you can order one, so maybe I might order the actual BSB and just turn this into my Tomb King or Tomb Guard banner bearer. And then this is the Queen. Was it kind of like Nefertiti type name, but I can't. The Keela, something like that. It's in the book. That's her model. So she was like a level 4 sorceress. So for undead. And then this was I was almost getting close to finishing this guy. This is my Lich Priest. One of my Lich Priests. I've always made him like a level 3, I think. 2, 3. There's one. And this guy here is also a Tomb King / or Lich Priest. Almost looks like Cetra on foot. I don't have Cetra. Never did get Cetra. I was like, it's one of those things where it's the last model you ever get for an army. It's like, yeah, it's if you're playing like a 3,000 or 4,000 point game where you had enough points to put him on the table, but I think he was like 500 something points. It was like in a 2,000 point game, it's like, why would you put over a quarter of your points into one model? So I never did see the need to pick him up. And now I kind of like, well, okay, he's now available. And it almost makes me want to pick up the box set, the new one that came out that's like $300. It's kind of hard to justify it, but just to get the Bone Dragon and Cetra. Yeah. Oh, crap. I just broke him. Dang it. Snapped him right off at the waist. Oh, that sucked. All right. We'll have to work on that, fix that. And that's how fragile these things are. These plastic models will snap quickly if you don't watch it. All right, so that is the current update for the channel. Hope you guys like it. Just join us for the show Thursday night, 9 Central Standard Time. And we'll hope to see you then. All right, this is Hellcrex. Hellcrex out.